kV transmission line. TCN says all necessary materials for the repairs are on hand and work will begin as soon as the site is secured for the safety of its personnel to the affected sections of the vandalized 33 kV transmission line 2. TCN notes that teams of linesmen will repatrol the 33 kV line 2 to ensure that no other sections are impacted as the repair works progress. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, has appointed Major General Olufemi Olatubosun Oloyede as the Acting Chief of Army Staff. Oloyede will act in the position pending the return of the indisposed Substantive Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tarid Abiodun Lagbaja. Until his appointment, Oloyede served as the 56th Commander of the Elite Infantry Corps of the Nigerian Army based in Jaji, Kaduna. The 56-year-old Oluyede and Lagbaja were classmates and members of the 39th Regular Course. He was commissioned as second lieutenant in 1992, effective from 1987. He rose to Major General in September 2020. Oluyede has held many commands since his commissioning as an officer. He was platoon commander and an adjutant at 65 Battalion, company commander at 177 Guards Battalion, staff officer Guards Brigade, commandant Amphibious Training School. General Oluyede participated in several operations, including the Economic Community of West African States Monitoring Group, ECOMOG, mission in Liberia, Operation Harmony in Bakassi, and Operation Hardin K in the Northeast Theater of Operations, where he commanded 27 Task Force Brigade. He is married and has 3 children. And our President Bola Tinubu has been commended for the commitment demonstrated towards actualizing the Sokoto-Badagry Superhighway. The 3 senators representing Kebbi State came on a thank-you visit to the president at the presidential villa. State House correspondent Musbah Odan Wahab reports.
Sokoto-Badagry Highway construction project is finally leaving the pages of papers to become a reality, with its flag-off as alternative route to link the north to the southern part of the country. Kebbi State is one of the benefiting states of this highway, which is one of the flagship projects of the Renewed Hope administration. Part of those who understand the prospective benefits of the project are here on a visit to the president. The 3 senators representing Kebbi State, coming along with them, are messages from their people to show appreciation to the president for the commencement of a project which had hitherto remained a mirage.
Successive administration have failed to do it, and the president has taken the bull by the horn by not only unveiling the construction of this road, but also flagging it within a very short period of time.
The team also commended the president for his initiatives, which they say has improved security situation in parts of the country. But then they appeal for sustenance of the momentum to guarantee proper security for the people.
We need security to be beefed up in that
stage. The Nigerian carnival industry also has enormous potential to drive national unity. He stated this during a meeting with a delegation from the Abuja International Carnival at the presidential villa. The vice president assured them that the Nigerian government is positioning the country's carnival industry to tap from the global carnival market, estimated at $5 billion. Vice President Shishima pledged the support of the Tinubu administration to youth enterprises in the creative industry, saying it has the potential to drive employment and national cohesion.
You can tell with all the different intervention plans that has been put out to the creative. I know one of this is the IDICE fund, which is the $617 billion investment for both the digital and creative. And for me, that's a huge investment, and that tells a lot of the commitment of Mr. President to this. And I'm glad that they're here today to see HE, the Vice President, and he has committed to supporting this. And I'm glad that HE also pointed out the potential of the global carnival, which currently generates close to 5 billion on a yearly basis. And I think Nigeria can participate and also benefit from that if we develop our own carnival culture.
I understand that to improve the economic situation in Nigeria, to empower the youth, it will bring unity, and also everybody will be happy. He received us very well. He's very happy that we came, and he's giving us his 200% support. And we're happy.
The Abuja International Carnival delegation commended the Vice President for the support and outlined plans to partner with the Ministry of Art, Culture and the Creative Economy to revitalize the carnival. The Nigeria Governors Forum is strengthening collaboration with key players in the economic, health and security sectors in finding innovative solutions to national challenges. This came to the fore during the forum's physical session, which held at its secretariat in Abuja. Political correspondent Abubakar Akwanga reports.
It was around 9 o'clock in the evening yesterday when governors, few deputies, and the former Vice President of Nigeria, Mohammed Namadi Sambo, started arriving in the secretariat of the Nigerian Governors Forum. And the session went closed door, which lasted several hours, with African Medical Center of Excellence, funded by Afrexim Bank, to manage cardiovascular illnesses and the nation's fuel situation dominate deliberations.
And it's going to be a referral center of excellence for all medical challenges. We also received the Chief Executive Officer of NMPC, who briefed us on the total subsidy removal and the challenges facing the corporation and his plans to alleviate the sufferings of our people occasioned by the increase in pump prices.
The forum also received a briefing from offices of the National Security Advisor and Department of Security Services on better ways to foster synergy in protecting lives and safeguarding property of Nigerians.
The new Director General of the Department of Security Service also briefed us on new strategy to stop the rate of insecurity, all the security challenges in the country.
Nigeria Governors Forum, chaired by the Governor of Kwara State, Abdulrazak Abdulrahman, commends President Tinubu's reforms under the Renewed Hope agenda in Abuja. Abubakar Akwanga, Nta News.
And now to the legislature. Senate has screened and confirmed 7 ministers appointed last week by President Tinubu. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports that the exercise lasted hours in the Red Chamber as all items on the order paper were stepped down to attend to the constitutional exercise.
Is hereby confirmed as a minister of the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
The 7 ministers screened and confirmed by the Senate, comprising 4 men and 3 women.
The issue of poverty reduction is a wholesome challenge that involves almost everybody.
We align with the ideals and aspirations of Mr. President.
Ensuring that missions abroad actually reflect the true magnitude of Nigeria's standing.
I promise to serve this country to the best of my ability.
To create productive jobs through vibrant domestic industry.
We believe that feed and water is livestock. You can have grass where there's no
flood-prone zones across the country to apply precautionary measures to safeguard lives and property. This is as the House invites the Ministry of Environment, National Emergency Management Agency and Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency to brief Parliament on steps being taken to mitigate flood disasters in Nigeria. National Assembly correspondent Mitaire Ikmen reports.
In view of recent prediction of heavy rainfall in parts of the country, lawmakers are advocating that flood alerts should be followed by proactive mitigation measers.
Evacuation plans, provision of relief materials, and ensuring post-flood recovery efforts.
Meanwhile, a resolution was passed urging INEC to relocate its local government offices to neutral locations.
The majority of the INEC's local government offices are currently situated within local government headquarters or otherwise. This impedes INEC impartiality as enshrined in Section 6 of the Electoral Act 2022.
The House passed for second reading a bill seeking creation of a federal constituency in Nasarawa State.
To carve out Nasarawa Egon Federal Constituency from Akwanga Nasarawa Egon Wamba Federal Constituency.
The bill to prohibit and redress sexual harassment of students in tertiary institutions was passed by the House, now awaiting concurrence in the Senate.
We even introduced in strengthening the bill in the 10th Assembly, issues around body shaming. It's no longer okay for you to call someone, oh, that horrible student.
Away from plenary, Speaker Tajuddin Abbas played host to women groups that are relentless in their advocacy for passage of gender bills before Parliament.
By the time you come up with the gender policy through the constitution review, we would have gathered enough women ready to participate in the elections.
We should also demand that for every executive position, where there is a man contesting, the woman should be his partner.
The Speaker assures Nigerian women that the 10th Assembly will make history on gender-related bills. From the National Assembly, Mitaire Ikben, Nta News.
This is the news at 10 on Nta News 24. More reports after this break. Stay with us.
Not them sure we are capable, reliable for your jobs. Printing your banners and books, SF even your cars and they do. If I tell you the price, if you go snooze, you go lose. Security printing, corporate gift items, outdoor advertising, including your billboards. Say direct printing textiles, oh, we they do them nationwide. For better printing, you call ABSF globally. So we they do as we talk, yo. We they do as we talk. Quality designs, your brand, our ego. You feel ring us, you feel call us, we go respond. Anytime when you call, anytime, any day, anytime, say ABSF, now them sure. I say ABSF global links. Now then we know your for your large format printing, editing printing, yeah. ABSF global links, a touch of creativity.
Nta News 24 has the sole mandate of bringing news to you anywhere and everywhere.
The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, wants member countries under UNESCO and stakeholders in media and information literacy around the globe to support the country's effort at establishing a UNESCO Category 2 International Media and Information Literacy Institutes in Nigeria. The minister stated this through his special assistant, Dr. Sunday Baba, at the ministerial panel session at the 13th edition of the Global Media and Information Literacy Week in the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan. The minister outlined the numerous efforts being made by the Nigerian government to advance media relations in the country. In a statement, Okereke Ifeanyi, the Deputy Director, UNESCO, and Minister of Information and National Orientation, said the minister reaffirmed that Nigeria was instrumental to the birth of the current celebration of the Global Media and Information Literacy Week when it hosted the first edition of the UNESCO Media and Information Global Alliance in 2003, which metamorphosed into Gmail Week, as well as other initiatives, which included the proposed partnership with UNESCO to establish a Category 2 Institute of the National Open University of Nigeria, Abuja. In the year 2022 and 2023, the solid minerals sector raked in 329.92 billion naira into the nation's coffers as revenue from activities in the sector. And now we join Bosede Ebela Mosu, who said this was revealed by Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, NEITI, at the National Stakeholders Meeting in Abuja.
Congratulations to Nigeria.
This is the official unveiling of the 2022-2023 Solid Minerals Reports of the Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, NEITI. Despite the growing figures, the report reveals that the sector contributed only 1.66 trillion naira to the nation's GDP. Industry players say much needs to be done in harnessing the potential of the sector.
Nigeria Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative is quite strong, despite of challenges, committed to push the boundaries of openness in the solid mineral sector.
A further breakdown shows high revenue stream of value-added tax at 128.32 billion naira, which accounts for 38.9% of the total inflow. The top producing state in mineral production and companies has Ogun State on the top spot. In terms of export, the reports revealed Nigerian companies exported a total of 4.31 metric tons of minerals valued at 117.29 billion naira, which shows room for expansion.
We are also intensifying efforts to address challenges within artisanal and small-scale mining.
Our office is ready to collaborate with NEITI to deepen the audit of extractive sector.
NEITI says the report meets international best practices in Abuja. Bosede Abul Amosu, Nta News.
Nigeria and Vietnam are strengthening their bilateral relations through strategic collaboration aimed at enhancing trade and economic development. This partnership is poised to unlock new business opportunities, drive investment, and create jobs in both countries. Alika Opanachiarua reports that Nigeria and Vietnam are keen on exploring several key areas to enhance the ease of doing business between the two nations.
Nigeria and Vietnam were described as complementary economies that both countries can take advantage of. Nigeria's vast resources and lands and Vietnam's expertise in manufacturing and technology are some areas the partnership could amplify. It was agreed that this collaboration can help enhance ease of doing business between the two countries, as well as create new market opportunities and attract foreign investments into Nigeria.
Nigeria and Vietnam share a lot of similarities in terms of the agricultural production. So I think we need to have more interaction, more exchanges between the business communities.
We want to see a situation whereby the Vietnamese come in, with their technology, bring in part of the production line of the, let's say, fabric industry, the footwear, the cashew, to come, for instance, and process cashew in Nigeria.
They also observed that working together to address challenges such as cultural and language barriers, regulatory differences, infrastructural gaps, and leveraging opportunities, Nigeria and Vietnam can drive sustainable economic growth, reduce poverty, and improve living standards in both countries.
Kano is a very huge business hub and then is a commercial hub of the West Africa. We do look forward to partnering with sectors, countries, private investors that are willing.
As far as we are concerned in the 10th House of Representatives, is what you bring that will go, we study, and then we support you with the necessary law.
The importance of knowledge transfer was also emphasized in Abuja. Alika Opanachi, Arua, Nta News.
The federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to partner the Islamic military of Saudi Arabia to strengthen the fight against terrorism. The Minister of Defense, Mohammed Badaru Abubakar, gave the assurance while receiving a delegation from the Islamic Military Counter-Terrorism Coalition from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, led by Major General Mohammed bin Salim Al-Mohidi. The leader of the delegation affirmed regional and global efforts in combating terrorism. The visits also aimed at strengthening the existing bilateral relations between both countries in the areas of intelligence sharing and training. Our research work, verbal and social autopsy, is giving more insights into causative patterns and trends surrounding maternal mortality and deaths of under 5 in Nigeria. Oluseyi Adeagbo reports that the National Population Commission, with the backing of the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare and technical support from relevant agencies, are providing data for effective health interventions to rising number of teenage pregnancy.
Nigeria, which constitutes 1% of the world population,